Nah, it's funny to know we are go live. All right. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops and retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, the Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Yeah, that part. Don't let that part go over your head, you know. You're a good person. You deserve some respect. Big up and thank you for being here this morning. I told y'all I'm trying to take it back to 7 a.m., right? So I know a lot of people are not used to this because it's usually about 7:20, 7:25, almost 7:30 sometimes. But 7 o'clock is what we're aiming for. Yesterday we came on at 7:11 or 7:13, and today we're on at 7:09. So I'm getting closer to the goal of 7 a.m. We'll be back on at 7. So just tune in from now on, close to 7, because that's what we're going to be doing. We got a lot to talk about this morning, and another PSA, public service announcement, that I think the crowd needs to hear. All right. Before we do that, though, I'm going to big up some people. Throat not feel too good. You know, I did that thing. I said 2023 is going to be about fitness. So, why? I got work out yesterday, and I couldn't sleep last night. My legs cramping up, my back cramping up. So if anybody have any suggestions for cramps, because when me at tech wasn't working, I don't know if I got that much out of shape. Me did try, me did start workout and get in a shape, and lose some weight and firm up and thing. And then came a whole bunch of different things: eye surgery, corona. I had COVID really bad. Eye surgery right after that, and then next eye surgery and all that. So I wasn't working out, and then me go work out yesterday now. My grandparents, back, foot, knee, head, neck, hand, everything was cramping up last night. So me did it a whole night. Me just couldn't sleep. And I said to myself, don't stop yourself from doing what it is you set out to do. So guess what I did? Change up my schedule. Wake up this morning, 3:30 a.m. I was in the gym by 4 a.m. Worked out from 4 a.m. to 5:20, and then came back home and prepared morning thoughts and get ready to start the morning. And then I'll have the rest of the day to do all my other stuff, take care of other business and stuff like that. So it's called the aging process, Karen. Boy, I mean, I think so enough. I just think I'm cramping up because I'm way out of shape. I'm really out of shape. Like when me take off my clothes and looking at the mirror upon myself, I not really like what I see still. I love myself regardless. I love myself big, I love myself small. And I encourage people to love yourself through all phases in life, because one thing is constant in this life is changes. You know what I'm saying? So I love myself through all phases. When you just know, say you can do more. I'm the kind of person that get caught up in work. I don't mind me ash. Blows call me ashy. Me beard. Me at that happen me beard. I me never put on me beard I me never put on no lotion and them thing. As soon as I came from the gym, I went straight to the shower and then start do this morning thoughts thing, yeah, for and myself. And yeah, so me never put on no boy. If you know, see me leg them, me can write people name on it. Me and lotion have a thing. We don't like each other right now. Skin is very scaly. Skin dry like crocodile back. But anyhow, yeah, that I go on. That I go on. I don't really think it's the aging process, because if you keep yourself in shape, then you don't really feel that way, But I allow myself to get out of shape. That I go on. So I gotta get myself back into shape. Me not reach that far in the aging process yet to where I joke about it a lot, but me not reach that far into the aging process yet to where I'm supposed to be breaking down all over. Um, yeah, I gotta get myself into shape. I've been doing a bunch of foolishness on a daily basis. I need to change that. Pickle juice help with the cramps. Pickle juice, somebody said, let me write that down. Cause boy, the way all the cramps keep me up last night, I literally slept. I went to bed early. Cause I know me that I get up early, so I went to bed around 8 p.m. yesterday. and all 1 o'clock. I must have got like 1 hour sleep between 8 and 1. And then the cramps were so bad I had to get up at 1 and then me lay back down and then got back up at 3:30. So that's to tell you, I got like minimal sleep, but I still went to the gym again because what I find is once you stop, then you're back where you started from before. You have to go do the work to get yourself back to where you don't cramp no more and you're, your body accustomed to or acclimated to what you're trying to do. So that's that uncomfortable first 2 weeks of working out. Yeah, I encourage y'all to do it too. Get over it. Get over the 2 week hump where everything a cramp up and you feel discouraged. Because once you get past that and you start to see some results, you're gonna feel good. I want to take off my shirt in Miami this year. That I want to stretch every day. That's another one. I'm a man that don't really stretch like that. I just get right into my workouts. So with that, that might be the process. That might now the aging thing might come in right there, because when time you did younger, you could have just get up and just stretch. Don't stretch and just take off on a long run, right? And then you come back after the long run and you feel good. You jump in the shower, change clothes, go about your business. I'm still thinking I could function that way, but I don't think I could function that way anymore. So Karen is right. On that note, I think me a big man now, so I need to stretch out my old muscles and bones before I take off on these workouts. And I work out pretty hard, so I get results pretty fast, right? Yeah, but I want to take off my shirt in Miami this year. Open up my shirt and walk around like that. I got tattoos to show off. I want to show it off with one piece of 6-pack, even a 3-pack. And, and them kind of something there. Miami festive, man. Summertime. Y'all know how I go already. Florida lifestyle type of thing. Anyhow, mustard, good for the cramp. Mustard, somebody told me about mustard. I like mustard, but what me do, just eat it? Just eat the mustard? Like put it on something, I don't know. Explain to me what I do with the mustard. I have some good, and I get some good stuff from my audience. The sister that told me to cut a lime in half and rub the lime under your armpit, and you don't need to use these roll on something with all these chemicals and stuff in it. Cause me telling you, say, me see a commercial late night. You know them late night commercials. If you or any of your family members have ever taken Proselca and has experienced renal failure, loss of eyesight, or even death, please call 1-800-276 reparations or something like that. One night me up later, me see one of them there, but it was about a new product that men could use to get them teely weely, to turn up stiff. And it's something that it come like a roll on, and you're supposed to rub it under your armpit. So that is where I was watching the commercial and I said to myself, so wait there. If you could rub something under your armpit and it affect your teely weely, then that means I shouldn't be using those something there in the cabinet in the bathroom, because I've read the ingredients and I've looked them up, and a lot of that stuff that's in there is going straight to your glands and you wherever you have a guan up here. So I said that's why you have a lot of women having breast cancer and all that stuff. Years of rubbing that stuff under you. So imagine if a man can rub it under his arm and it affects down there, so then why wouldn't a woman rub it under her arm and it affects the glands that are right here? So I start get conscious and I'm like, yo, I need something natural to do going on my underarm. I started using Tom's all natural something, but it's so strong. The peppermint and something in it's so strong. You literally strip the skin out from under your armpit. So I was looking for something else. And a sister said one morning on here, SouFLo, lime work. But we used to laugh after people and say, boy, I'm green like lime, like in armpit green. So I didn't know, I thought lime made you smell bad, but me try it and I must tell you, it works, right? It works. Only problem now is, wifey, I said, listen, when you cut your lime and use them, put them somewhere else, please, cause me don't know which one gone under your armpit versus which one use yet on these things. Me know what they squeeze one of your armpit lime in a cup of hot water to make tea and these things. So that's that. But armpit lemonade. Oi, spicy. Can't imagine she like kitchen that talk about. I want that taste different. Baby, use this line. I'm like, no. The one that me use, me throw it away already. That time I'm alive, you know. Me use it and put it right back there so I forget it. Nastiness. That's why I'm in it front everybody's house. You see them sitting there. People have all them pussy climb up on them kitchen counter and these things. Your pussy here in the food. You want something to eat? No, I'm good enough. I'm all right. I'm full. I ate right before I got here. I just finished one big plate of food. You eating at people's house and all this. And you can't even tell them because they'll be so offended. They're like, nah, you bring that here with you. You probably never brush your teeth good. I piece of floss last night I'm out or something. That time I didn't pussy here in your mouth. Armpit lemonade. Anyhow, yeah, so shout out to the sister who tell me about the lemonade under the underarm. It works. So now me I look for something for cramp. I've written it down. Me have pickle juice and me have mustard. I'm gonna give them a try. I've heard the mustard one before on here. And I've also heard the pickle juice one. But the way how the cramp them beat me last night, I'm willing to try them now. So I'm not gonna try, I'm not gonna try them. I usually take calcium, zinc, magnesium. But the calcium, zinc, magnesium, something ain't work. I take 3 of them last night. Still didn't do nothing. I was cramping up. You want to see me told them I throw a gang sign in their bed. See me told them here. I'm like, what the I'm looking at my toes like my toes doing something like this. I'm like, yo, my toe look like it has a west side. I told them like making his own and I can't do nothing about them. I'm like, yo. Okay, so I'm not gonna. All right. Lime work, no smell. Absolutely. No smell at all. I was very surprised. So what I do now, I have my fancy cologne and stuff them. I spray those on my clothes. I don't spray them on my body. I spray them on my clothes. I have oils that I, dab on two dab so oils them where you get from the Muslim man them. Dab on two there so and yeah, spray on the other fancy cologne them on the outside of the clothes, but me rub lime under my armpit. First time I rubbed the lime under my armpit. Hear me now? I think we went out to a function, me and wife. Oh, it was her birthday. It was her birthday. And we went to Orlando to this club. Go have some fun for the night, And the whole time me conscious, me I said, Lime, please don't fail me, because anyhow me start kick up and stir up in here. I go act like somebody else. I might even act like it's her. Because I not stay there and take blame, but yeah, it worked. And I was out dancing and everything and sweating and it worked. So the lime worked. The two of them are the sign language. You want to see me told them last night. See them now? I'm in the bed like, I'm in don't know who tell me if it go so. I reach over, I was stuck. You see how my elbow dry? Fire. Me reach over like this. You want to see me be stuck just like this, The whole up as a cramp up. I remember Cat Williams said, man, listen, when them years gonna creep up on you so fast. He was like, I didn't do nothing. I'm in good shape and everything. I just waved to the homie. I ain't seen the homie in how long. You know what I'm saying? I put my hand up to wave. I'm like, yo, what's happening? All my ribs broken on this side. He was like, my body doesn't fall apart. You know what I'm saying? Body doesn't fall apart. When you reach certain age, he was like, just lift your hand to wave. Your friends like, yo, what's wrong with you? You all right? You're like, no, I'm not good. I'm not good. I'm messed up. All this hurting. He's like, what? You got in a car accident or something? What's going on? They're like, nah, nothing. I just waved. That's all I did. I just waved. I was trying to say hi. All this broken. We have to laugh here. All right. I told y'all before too. Me I age gracefully and I'm gonna laugh all my way through it. I'm gonna be an old man, God willing, and I'll be laughing same way. All of my teeth fall out, and I'm gonna be laughing about it. And I said, my teeth that just drop out. Same way me I laugh. But anyhow, baking soda also work for the armpits. Baking soda. Why me trust it? Me I stick with the lemon. I write down the baking soda thing. But I'll stick with the lemon. I use baking soda for wash out. Baking soda and lime for wash out. Baking soda also work for the armpit. Glue, you need good glue. Naturally yours, you need good glue. What kind of glue? Naturally yours. Marcia Walter said, Marcia again. What kind of glue? Someone served roach in her potato salad. She had a bad roach problem. Jesus Christ. Hey, me and somebody with a fight, could be arthritis. It is cold in Florida. Only St. John don't start with the arthritis something. Me out of shape. I am far out of shape. I need to get back in shape. I don't know arthritis. Me not claim arthritis. But my grandmother had arthritis. My grandfather had arthritis. Me don't know if my mother have it or my father. So I don't know. I hope it skipped me. Oh, glue for the teeth. Nah, I told people this. I said one thing is for sure about me. I save my money because I get implants. I will not be doing my grandparents' form of teeth. How them take it out, and when you take out the teeth in my mouth, those cavings up. I know when put in the teeth. I will not be doing that. When I take out my teeth and put it on a bedside overnight for soak in a cup, in a glass by the side of the bed. I accidentally knock over your glass and you have spit water all over the nightstand and your teeth them gone on the floor and you can't find them and then your arthritis kick in and you have to bend down and look under yourself to find your teeth them and call for help. Me not do that. I want them to drill my gums and put implants in. I want a pretty set that look like Hollywood smile. So I'll be that old ass 90-something-year-old man be like this. Everybody gonna be like, yo, how come your teeth them so pretty? I don't think they're real. Yeah, they're real. I'm biting everything. Come here, girl. I'll be in the nursing home. I'm biting everything. Come here, nurse. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, family.
Happy New Year.
Yes, same to you, fam. What's going on?
You can buy lime juice by the bottle. Strain it off. Get rid of the sediment on the bottom of the bottle.
Okay.
And then put the pure lime juice in a spray bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And you can keep that in your medicine cabinet.
Pure lime juice.
All right. For the cramps in the muscle, it's acid buildup in the muscle tissue.
Right.
You need vitamin C. You could get vitamin C crystals with rosehip. Well, mix it with rosehip.
But I take you know what? I haven't been taking I've been slipping. I normally take my vitamins every day. Ever since I went to Jamaica and came back because I felt so good after I cramped up in Jamaica. And then after that, after them 2 days of cramping, I started feeling really good. And I came back from Jamaica not needing to take fiber and stuff like that. Because I take fiber, supplement my diet with fiber because we don't consume enough fiber here. We eat a whole lot of starch and, so I do a lot of fiber. But I found out that when I came back from Jamaica, I didn't need fiber and I still haven't needed it. Like I'm using the bathroom on a regular basis, no problem, everything. So I started neglecting taking my daily vitamins. That's how I was on.
The reason why I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're right.
The vitamin C crystal, you could get it on Amazon. Make sure it's the crystal and not the powder. You control the amount you take in, because sometimes you might need to take more than 1,000 milligrams. When the weather change, when you start to feel you come down with something, when you get scratchy in the throat.
Right.
All right. So you would usually take like a teaspoon. Okay. Is about 1,000 milligrams. But that teaspoon, you mix it with rosehip. You get the rosehip, yeah. Okay. The rosehip will keep the vitamin C in your system longer because the vitamin C is water soluble, and you'll pee it out. So mix it with rosehip, and keep it in a container in the fridge. Mix it, the quantity, bunch by bunch. Maybe 6-7 ounces at a time. You mix the vitamin C with the rose, equal parts.
Okay.
You mix it up in a bowl, then you put that quantity in the fridge. And as you need it in the morning, you just take a teaspoon.
Okay.
All right. But that is the pure vitamin C crystal with the rose hip. You mix it yourself and you control the quantity that you take in. Okay. And it's fantastic for muscle cramps.
You know what? You know what my grandmother used, not to cut you off, but my grandmother used to give us, and I used to run track and field. My grandmother used to give us glucose, and I don't know if that's still a thing. Back in the day, they had a drink called Lucasade, but it was a glucose-based drink. I don't know if they changed up the formula of it now, but I know that my grandmother used to give us like the raw glucose, like a teaspoon of it.
Not sure about that. But anyway, the vitamin C will see it called ascorbic acid. All right.
Okay.
And I prefer to get it from a lab, not any commercial fly by night name, from an actual laboratory that makes the crystal.
Yeah, I'll source it from somewhere good. I have good.
Check the price on Amazon is pretty good.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate
good luck.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. Good morning to everyone. Sorry, I was rude.
No problem. I'm sure they appreciate it because I'm sure it's not me alone cramping. So somebody else can use the advice too. We appreciate you.
Listen to your instinct.
Yes.
All right. With that dosage, listen to your instinct.
All right.
All right. Your body will know. All right.
Thank you. Bless
Good morning.
All right. Wait there. Kata Joy said baking soda is the best. Yo, if you ever take baking soda, I say stay close to the bathroom. I tell y'all one time I took some baking soda and went to work early in the morning. Teaspoon of baking soda after I did a workout. Throw on my scrubs. Went to the facility early in the morning. Yo, everything come out like water, my friend. Just whoosh. Like people in bathroom early in the morning, and I have a list of patients I'm supposed to be treating, right? As soon as I hit my first patient, good morning, Mr. Ooh, I'll be right back. Whoosh. I went to nobody take no baking soda, especially if you go work or them something there. If you have the baking soda in the morning, just make sure that you're not going to work or have anything else to do because it's coming out. And that was Brummel. Brummel's baking soda, Brummel right. I think I can't I did say it. Brummel right. Listen to this. That baking soda something there. It cleans you out though. It cleans you out for sure. You know, so them say you're supposed to take like half a teaspoon of baking soda every day. I just mix it in a water and take it, and it'll help to alkalize your interior or the inside of your body and all these things. You know, cancer can't grow in an alkaline body, and they were saying that baking soda actually kills cancer cells, but you have to do it on a regular basis and these things, right? See there, Jane Ander knows about it. So sometimes I do get on these regiments, you know, get on them regiment there, but boy, you have to stay close to the toilet when you take them something there because it comes out. By the time I done a sentence that I drink it like this, it's coming out the next side. I'm in straight to the bathroom. Baking soda is great for heartburn, immediate relief. Yes, it is. That too. Spring Valley Omega 3, 1,000 per serving. Somebody said, Karen Notice says that's expensive for the implants. Yeah, me now walk around here with my teeth that slide out of my mouth. You ever see some old people are talking and them teeth slide forward and them have it and dry back in? I don't want to be that. I don't. We have things that can help us in the future, so we don't have to use our grandparents' things, right? That's what they had to work with. This is somebody said their first job. What the Audrey Wright says, my first job was for washing my grandmother's teeth, but it's but I seriously wish I could still do that. God rest her soul. Boy, may I tell you, see, oh man, you see how life is? I see a brother at a funeral in a man, and he cry now. And I'll never forget when he might cry, hear him. He said, oh God Almighty, Jesus Christ. He said, Mama, who I go cook me rice and peas with the coconut grater night? Mama, who I go in like name off all the things where mother used to do for him, you know? And it was so heartbreaking because he was literally naming off like everything. You know, who I go hold me hand and pray for me? Who I go call? Nobody now do none of them something there for you again. When you start lose certain people in your life, you see, man, you start to realize that good people are few and far in between. Nobody now gonna love you like that ever again. I tell people that all the time. My grandmother used to cry every time she see me. And I used to think it was weird, but as I got older, I realized. And she used to explain. She says, not cry, me I cry because of anything bad, baby. It's tears of joy. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see that you're all right. Me could have seen her yesterday, you know. If me see her today again, she ball again. Nobody now do that for me again. Not even my mother. Nobody's gonna do that for me again. Nobody is gonna love me on that level ever again. Just like when I lost my brother. Me and my brother talk about everything. One time the man called me and talk about, yo, the fat girl next door, give me some, you know, boy, I mean, I know me think me get something still, car. But they scratch me hard on me. I said, go to doctor. And them. But we talked about everything, everything. And after he passed, I realized I will never have anybody to share everything with like that ever again. You know what I say? It's your dentures, not teeth. Your dentures. I mean teeth, because them have to go drilling for me. Me I save up my money for no. Me I save for two things. Me I save for one, when the body dead, me get that implant that what the brother did I tell you about. I'm getting one of those. So even if me have to go like I make the thing get up again, and he says it works better than even his original. So I don't know. I forgot see that. And my teeth. Them two, them my teeth. I mean, my teely wheelie. Me I save my money from now for those two. Don't care how broke me is in the future. My teely wheelie will be working, and my teeth will be okay. Me will have teeth were in my mouth. Kataja Empress says, I remember the last time my grandmother took me to the airport. She cried so hard and said it was the last time she was going to see me, and it was. They know. They know. Kataja, them know, you know. Them know. And I think when our time, I think when our time come, we are gonna know too. That's why I be taking long breaks from occupational therapy, yo, because I I work in a geriatric population, right, in skilled facilities. Or long-term care facilities, and I'm around like elderly people, end of life type of thing, and it's rewarding, but at the same time it weighs on me because every day I come home I think about rotting my time soon come. Yeah, and some me I gotta look at the end if me live that long and all these, so I need a break. You get burnt out real fast. I get burnt out in OT real fast, and I love it. I love it, but I get burnt out real quick because I'm constantly thinking about death. I go into work one morning, Miss Jones gone. And they're like, yeah, you know, Miss Jones, your favorite, she passed away yesterday. I'm like, what? Where's she at? Did they come get her yet? And they're like, no, the ambulance didn't come get her yet. Uh, the CNAs just cleaned her up and she's in the room still. So me make sure me go into the room and go look upon them. I don't know if I have a fascination with, but I be looking at them like real close. Like me get down to them and me look and look upon them, and they almost look like they're about to jump up and say something to you because you could still remember your last session with them, everything that they said to you, everything you said to them, your whole relationship, your rapport with this person on a daily basis. You know, if they were on therapy and all this stuff. And after a while, you get burnt out and you just can't take all of that no more. You know, the constant thought of, that's going to be me soon. I'm going to die. I could die. I could die. I could die. How about stop thinking about dying and start living? Because dying is inevitable. It's coming, whether you want to think about it or not. So why worry about it? You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, live and live full. Live full so that when that time comes, it comes. And you will greet it like, yeah, I've done my time here. Time to go. I know this don't last forever, right? I'm taking notes. I have cramping and mobile contract, muscle contract every day. Brahma, right. All right. Julie Tapper says that's so true. When I look at my patients, I think about when my time comes. Yes, and when you get close to them, you start go home every day and start think the same thing like, I wonder how she doing tonight. You wake up in the morning, she dead. And yo, at one facility I was working at, no lie, they were calling me the angel of death. And I was like, could y'all please stop calling me that? Why? Because I was there for 13 weeks, right? And in the 13 weeks, every time I pointed out somebody, I said, just using random names, I was like, Mr. Jones is going soon. He won't make it past the weekend. Swear to God. Come in the next day. What is it with you? Mr. Jones is gone. I'm like, yo, y'all didn't see that? But I seen it. It's something where them said to me, it feels like, yo, he's saying goodbye, or something like that. Right after Mr. Jones, I'm like, remember, I'm using random names. I'm like, Mr. Smith's going soon. I'll give him about 2 days, not even 1 day. Come in the next morning, Mr. Smith's gone. We're gonna start calling you the angel of death. I'm like, please don't call me that. Please don't call me that. I'm just pointing them out because I guess because I work so close with them. You know how OT is, right? So we do all the transfer training and all the ADLs, activities of daily living stuff, like get into how you comb your hair, how you brush your teeth, how you pick mat out of your eye, how you fix your glasses on your face, how you put on a shirt, how you put on a pants and shoes and underwear and wipe your body and do all the things that you take for granted until a stroke hit you and you are now hemi on the right side when you've been right-handed your whole life. I want every right-hand person to put your right hand behind your back and try function for 30 minutes, left hand only. Write a note because your speech is now impaired and nobody can understand what you say, especially if your stroke hits you with aphasia, right? Wernicke aphasia or Broca's aphasia. One means you can only understand stuff going out, and the next one means you process stuff coming in, but you can't reply properly with stuff going out. So write out and start with left hand, then start feed yourself left hand. You're gonna see how uncoordinated you are and how frustrating it is. And to put on a shirt, a simple thing. That's why I say wake up every day, live life to the fullest, give thanks. Give thanks. Every time you think stuff is bad, give more thanks because it can worse, not even worse. It can worse, and that's what OT put me in the mind of. I need to get back to my OT stuff though, and I will in a minute. But want to know how I'm do already. Anytime you see everything gone, the hair gone, the face gone, is back on the road again. But until then, we're working from home still and doing other things, right? But we're still certified, we're still licensed, and we're still very much studying. And I'm in love with that field. I'm in love with the field. But yeah, man. On that note, I could stop talking about that and start talk about living. We have some topics to go through this morning. All right. Uh, the PSA of the morning is this. My wrapping of bodies in the nursing home, Beast Boy said. And after a while, it takes a toll on you, Beast Boy. It does. Whether you want to believe it or not, you start preoccupied thoughts of death, right? Call the register. Huh? Remember the point Jamaica occur? Just so right after my stroke, everything was different and difficult, says Karen Notice. Yeah, and I know it firsthand. And the frustration working with somebody who, have always been independent and suddenly your independence is gone or your independence is at a 50% or a 30% level when you were 100% independent before and these things. One more story I'm going to share with you. I was working with a lady, right? And she wasn't taking care of herself. She used to eat all kind of something, and her favorite foods are this and that and the other, and full-blown diabetes. And next thing you know, she lost her eyesight in both eyes. And I sit and I talk to these people because I want insight into what to avoid in my own life, what to look forward to in case something happens to me along those lines, etc., etc. You learn from other people. See, I remember this lady said to me, I can't say what facility or even say her name. Y'all in the medical field understand that. But she said, I said, what do you miss most? And she said, all I want to do is go for a drive. One of my favorite things to do was because she was married for many years and then her husband passed away shortly after she took ill and whatever. HIPAA, yes. So she said, all I wanted to do is go for a drive. That's all I want to do. If I could just get in my car and go for a drive. And I used to drive down the highway, and there's this beautiful place that they have over in Blanc, and they have that's where they farm all the flowers that they distribute to the rest of the United States of America. And you'll see the red ones, rows of them, and the blue ones, and the green, and the purple. And I sat gone enough. I sat gone completely. She's now confined to pretty much a room and total darkness until she can figure out how to get around all these things. So most days she didn't even want to do therapy. She was like, what the hell y'all put me on therapy for? I lost my sight. What more y'all want? Just let me die in peace. And you could understand that, because when you relate to somebody in OT, you relate to them on all levels, not just come, let's strengthen your right side so you can dress yourself better. You have to relate to them based on how they're feeling. Take all dynamics of the human, right? They're going through something. I'm vexed today. I'm angry. I'm angry at God. Why this happened to me? They're humans. They're grieving. And you don't know how long that grieving process they're like. I don't know. I just love my feel. And I was trying to encourage others to get into that feel as well. Anyhow, let's move along. We have a couple of things to talk about today. The cabinet to sign off on harsher penalties for murder in Jamaica coming Monday. Hear what me I say? Una did say Andrew nah do nothing but crime and not setting no deterrent. Well, gun bag and gun gal and gun boy. See it here. 45 years at a minimum. And this is going to be a mandatory minimum. And I know what mandatory minimum means. Nobody can argue. Let's think about this. He's a good boy. Him don't have anything in his past. Let's give him a blight. And he's 20. We don't want to destroy his life. I still see rehabilitative promise in him. So let's give him 15. That gone. Come Monday, they're going to sign this into law. That's his hope. It's 45, and there's more to it that's even deeper than that, which I'm going to get into for you. So yeah, with that combined with the new prison them that they're building, with the new high-tech prison where they will jam every cell phone, yeah, it's gonna get serious. The man say, oh no, I say we are saying I'm a part of it. That you're not taking this thing serious, Mr. Prime Minister, sir. The people are dead like fly, what? And you just sit down there and go, what, do something, no man. Well, see it here. We're gonna talk about that. Usain Bolt pens a cryptic message after funds were wiped out of his SSL investment account. Why? You remember I said yesterday, I said I hope that it wasn't US dollars, but it was. It was. And not only was it US dollars, it was US dollars to the tune of millions of US dollars. Poof, gone out of Usain Bolt account. As a matter of fact, we're talking about over 10 million US dollars, or to the tune of 10 million US dollars. And when the man go check a uncle $2,000 in there, 2,000 US in there. Now we're gonna say, how the hell could that happen? And you better find me money. But if them can do that to you, Usain, what would they do to us? For those of you who've been here long enough, y'all remember that lady that says, SouFLo, I want you to tell the Jamaican people that they will clean your accounts out in Jamaica. You will get ready to retire and there'll be nothing in it and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I never did too want to spread the message like that because I didn't experience that. So I had her tell her story of what happened to her. Her parents died, left some money in her account. She know it was there. She spoke to the bank about it. She and the bank in her dealings. She's in England. She don't go to Jamaica on a regular basis. When she finally got there, like 2-3 years after, she said the account was wiped clean. I mean, I said to myself, so them something that can't happen. Then this can't real. Me can't have millions of US dollars stashed up in my account in Jamaica. And when me come, you tell me about a $2,000 in there. Listen, a $500 to kill 2 people down there. I saw my mind I go start work. Just like that. Soon as you tell me that $10 million gone and there's nothing we can do, we're going to look into this, Mr. SouFlo. Yeah? Okay. Go on and look quick too. Because me I tell you what me I look into right now. A whole heap of hot foot round here. And a whole heap of dirty police round here. And I got enough to make sure that me not get implicated in nothing. Find me money. Because how do you explain that? That I don't know little sum of money, you know, man. So we're going to talk about that and the details of that, the cryptic message that he penned and all these things. By the way, 32 Jamaicans estimated to have been, at least 32 Jamaicans have been murdered so far, starting out for the new year already, from the 1st to the 16th. 32. What we are doing? What are we doing? Really? What are we doing? 32 in 16 days. Wow. And then there's a story about this little youth that I wanted to shed some light on. Is a windscreen wiper youth. Them call him Brim. And Brim get dash way. Yeah. And I say dash way because that's how they do you, like garbage. Yeah, dash way. Brim get dash way under some crazy circumstances still. Reprisal and these things. So we're going to talk about all those things this morning. And then the end of my paper says pickle juice, mustard, baking soda, mix the rose hip with the vitamin C crystals, omega-3, omega-3 and ascorbic acid. So see, when you tell me stuff, I actually write them down. All right. Let's get into these stories real quick. Let's start off with Usain Bolt money. Cause everybody heard about Usain money like I fit their money, you know, my friend. But here's the thing. The principle behind it, because when I saw the video yesterday of Baby Sham or Sham, DJ, wow, Sham, when I saw his video yesterday and he was calling on Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister, to do something. There were a lot of people in the comment section that was saying, oh, so Sham is a done said too. The matter is a crime. It's under investigation. Somebody already got arrested. Allow the police to do their work and start make video for big up yourself. I talk about Usain money and all that. Here's the thing. If they do it to Usain Bolt, imagine what they would do to me and you. I feel with little money. I just checked. Let me tell you, by the way, Usain Bolt, as of 2022, was worth over 90 million US dollars. And he stands to be worth over 100 million US dollars by this year, the end of this year, or mid this year. Endorsements and appearance fees and all these other things and other business ventures that he has outside of Jamaica. So nobody feel like say Usain lose 10 million US, so I'm broke. 90 million plus is his net worth. Stand to be over 100 million by the end of this year. So the man have money and money long like that. He's up there with those, right? All right. However, it's the principle behind it. How do you put 10 million into an account, trust certain people, and when me come back, you tell me 2,000 in there? No, you couldn't take 1 million. I'll make we argue about it. You couldn't take 2 and 3 million. Even if me did come back and say 5 and half of my money there, and you tell me, say, well, we made a bad investment in these 2 stocks right here and they plummeted, and then, you know, we lost. So that came out. Tell me something like that and tell me, say, but I think we'll recover in time. You know, give us another 2 quarters and da. Give me something. Blow some smoke up my ass. Tell me something. Pause. But $2,000, 10 million to 2,000. Yo, me that in there, I would use all my speed and my God-given strength and talent and mash up something in our people in place. Who could tell me nothing? They feel entitled. Black Goddess Henry says they feel entitled like it's theirs. Now, I don't know if you've ever watched Usain Bolt train. See, you're absolutely right, my friend. I don't know if you've ever watched Usain Bolt train, but there's a video out there of him training. And you see some people, they look at your greatness, right? Or they look at what you have accomplished and they think, easy something that if me did apply myself, I could I do it too. No, you couldn't. That's why you didn't do it. It had nothing to do with you weren't interested or nothing. You know that if you excelled at what he excelled at, you would have been just as rich. You would be worth probably about 100 million this year too. You have dreams of being worth 100 million this year too. You weren't willing to do the work. You weren't willing to run until your heart was beating in your mouth like you're really about to go into cardiac arrest. You weren't willing to run until whole of this are peeing up and a cramp up on you and you feel like you're about to have a heart attack and you're projectile vomiting. And then you have to do it all over again. You weren't willing to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and 4 o'clock in the morning and be in the gym for 2 hours and then go back in the evening again for 2 hours and then beat it on the track again for your next 2 hours. You weren't willing to do all of that. The man do it. He did it. He used his God-given talent and skills and took himself from a regular Jamaican person to an international icon and a damn good representative of Jamaica. You don't know, say every time ball stepping at the place, the whole away proud. So the whole away, and they did him like that. So if they can do that to him, who has all Kabota power, you know, they can do that to him. And if they could do, if they can be brave enough to do that to him. Now, here's the thing. I wish that when Sham did a talk, he was talking about everybody money that was lost, because there are some people, Usain wasn't the only one. And Usain has a net worth that he can lay back on and say, yo, that bun me feelings this man, them better find me money. But he'll be all right. Some people, whole life savings was wiped out. Them not have nothing, them retirement funds gone, everything done. Could you imagine working for years and years and years and putting in and say, yes, this is it. And then you're ready. You tell everybody, you sign your retirement papers. You said, thank you for having me here for the last 30 years. It's been a joy. Carol, I'm going to miss you, girl. Mwah. Mr. James, you're so good to me. Thank you. And you jump on a plane and you say, Jamaica, come here, go now. And when you reach there, them say 0.01. You have 1 US cent in here, Mr. SouFlo. When we done mash up the place and go on like psycho, you see? Bellevue nah miss me, because I'm sure them would have things that me lose me, and I would lose my mind. Audrey writes here, and my mattress me start look good. And my mattress start look good to me again. Why? Them brave. Them brave. Them wicked. Them bold face. Them dry eye wicked. Sprint sensation Usain Bolt has posted a cryptic message on his social media, shout out to Jamaica Observer, on his social media page, amid reports that his retirement investment has been wiped out due to a massive fraud activity at Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL. Let me take this call real quick. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFlo. How you doing?
I'm good, family. How you doing?
Well, disgusted. I'm so disgusted. Because, as you said, like somebody who put Jamaica on the forefront, who anytime he's doing any business, he said, let's do it in Jamaica because my people need jobs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And what it shows is that we lack integrity as a people. Some criminals have integrity, you know, but we have nothing. There's no bottom. It's an empty pit that just don't have no bottom to it. It's absolutely disgusting.
I'm glad you brought that up, not to cut you off, but there were quite a few campaigns that there were multi-million-dollar campaigns, and Usain Bolt could have done them overseas in other countries. And he said, bring it to Jamaica. That's the only way you're going to get me to do it, if we do it in Jamaica.
Right.
Yeah.
So everybody who has an account, I'm also talking to my family. Go check your account. When you go home, take your money out and close the account. Do not invest in Jamaica. Matter of fact, divest from Jamaica. Because Jamaica doesn't deserve your dollars. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point that it's so, I mean, they just lost for words at this point. Just suffer. Just suffer.
And look how long I'm there and tell people about make sure you invest. And
no,
then things like these happening.
Invest in what? And the thing is, because our people lack critical thinking, the Saudis, the Chinese, the whoever else you're trying to do business with will say, dang, if they can do that to Usain Bolt, because it's in the US papers too, it's around the world, right? If they can do that to him, why would I, as a Saudi representative, open an account in Jamaica? Or as a Chinese representative, open an account? No, go check the books and let's take our money out. Because these people, it don't matter what level of business they're in, they have no integrity and they have no character.
It's sad.
That's what it is. Even look at the thing with the kids, the whole Miss Uncle Carter thing, right? A woman, just so it's again and again. It shows that at our lowest level, economic level, we have no integrity. At our highest level, we have no integrity. We have JDF soldiers in Florida, in Atlanta, smuggling in drugs. You have the pastors molesting off the kids. There's no area where you can say, yes, them people, at least this little group over here. You know what I'm saying? It says that as a people, we're bad mind. We have violence.
Dishonest.
Over-sexualized. We're dishonest. We're criminal-minded, and we lack any level of character and integrity. That's what it says. That's the brand.
Embarrassing.
It's disgusting.
Embarrassing. Jeez.
So it's like what went to Jamaica was an African, but what came out was a toxic individual. What left Africa and went to Jamaica for slavery was an African, but what came out was a toxic. We are toxic. We are very, very toxic. We're toxic to ourselves. We're toxic to our region as a people. Now, I'm not going to say every single one. Yes, obviously we have those of us who shine.
Right.
But it seemed like, we have to leave to shine, right? But the level of toxicity is so overwhelming. The stench is so overwhelming. It's like you can't even, you know what I'm saying? It's just at this point.
It's shameful. It's shameful. It's embarrassing.
It's shameful.
Yeah, it's shameful and embarrassing. And you know what? You said something. You know that those other people that you mentioned, they would never do that to their own.
Oh no.
They don't, because they understand economic empowerment and how important it is for somebody like that, a national hero, really, somebody like that to be invested in his home country.
Right, and that would have been awful. Everybody want to blame it on one employee. 1.2 billion US is not a one employee job. So give me a break. You're going to tell me you're a securities firm? Not even a banking, a securities firm. You don't have checks and balances. You don't have systems that automatically alert when fishy activity is going on. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
They purposely did that.
They did it
and
on
it's
purpose.
A group effort. I think it's a
group effort. Absolutely.
That thing, you see them flinging one female under the bus right now, but that was a group effort.
No, this one woman did not do all of this. 1.2 billion is a group effort. And guess what? All the money spent already. They don't have it to return. All the money spent already.
Crazy. I would act a fool, you know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you all the time.
Likewise.
All right. Yeah, man. It's embarrassing. A person like you know, I'm telling people that because when I saw Sham yesterday say the first thing came to my mind was the typical thinking. What am I going to solve? I use the money for? But then I thought about it. I'm like, no, I can't do that to him. Imagine the rest of us. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, brother, blessed love.
Morning, family, manners and respect. Loud and clear. All going.
I'm there. I mean, I'm Jaja Yot, that's an artist, Jaja Yot. That's not the thing I can do what they are going to do with. I'm going to say, I'm about alone. I might get the same thing that
you get it done to you too?
Same. Jamaica right now is a disgrace and shame. If you trust people to take care of everything, bank to put your money in and things like that. This is what you do. Then I have a sister down there,
Talk clear on the phone for me, my lord, because we can't hear you.
My own sister, I get SBA loan number for the loan to build my company, Deterrents production. SBA loan to company work that family them. I put up buy a car and then
Clear up your phone for me, because I want you come on loud and clear earlier, and then now you can't hear you. Like,
all right, hold on there.
No, there you go. You're clear right there. Wherever you are, just stay right there, up.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. What I'm saying that, you know, it's a shame and disgrace with the system down there, even with your own family member and everything. I was telling you about my company vehicle. I stay up here by company account and let my sister in charge of it till I come down. And I send them money and things. And my sister end up stealing my car, my money, my everything. All the thing I could do is pray for God. Right now, with him to court down here. I pray for God that the sister, I don't know when the lawyer, we show the summons for the court. The next week, I accident she meeting her, she dead.
Wait. Who meeting an accident and dead?
About my money down here, when I just come from America, they told me they are closed.
Wait, who meeting accident and dead? Your sister?
When my sister is a different thing, but you know, brother, it's so much.
All right, I'm gonna break up, but you see, boy, yeah, we have to do better, man. We have to do better. It's like, you know,
terrible, my brother.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I started for the you know, I'm in the United States, man, and I just, you know, I just wanted to know, and Jamaica to know the world more what would not keep. And right now, after school, my captain,
your phone breaking up, brother. Your phone breaking up. We can't hear you.
Yeah. All right, brother. I will call back. Let us go upstairs and see.
All right. All right. Yeah, I think him said him sister rob him and take away him vehicle and everything, and then she meet an accident and dead. But I know you have to go through lawyers to get all this stuff back and all this. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Morning, fam. You're doing all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I just wanted to hear that story. Let me ask you something. Did they wipe out all his money?
Listen, they said he invested in that account since 2012, right? And he never took it, as I'm reading it right now.
First of all, doesn't he have money managers?
Yeah. Him and one of his money managers, I think, just parted ways in December. So it's funny that him and that person parted ways, and then this comes out. Right.
Because listen, you know, you know why Bob Marley was so successful? He had to leave Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
And go live in England. And
the US. And stay away from certain people.
In those days, most of the reggae artists never really come to America. They go to England.
Okay.
Right? I could tell you that. America wasn't even into reggae back then. But he was so smart because he separated himself from Jamaica. He said it himself that his own people are very competitive and evil at the same time.
But Bob had to run, you know. Bob had to run. Remember, I said Bob Marley got shut up and everything, you know.
But even before that, let me tell you something. None of the Marleys live in Jamaica. You know why? Because they know how wicked the people are. They would rob them and kill them in broad daylight. And then people go out and talk about how warm the Jamaican people are. No, they're not. The government is wicked and evil. Listen, Jamaica made more money than Greece and Italy from tourism. Yet the place, Trenchtown, still look run down. 50 years after Bob Marley Trenchtown, the place still look like garbage. Jamaica is older than America. Why is it in that condition?
And we started out being the forerunners of certain things, like the first to get running water and all this other stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People used to go to Jamaica and Haiti to make their wealth. Now look at those two countries.
Right.
And they made their money from the ground, from fruits, vegetables, rum. How come they can't today?
You know, because I want to blame outside entities, because there were outside entities involved, but it was those inside that allowed outside to come in, and then they did that to their own country.
Exactly. And let me just share a few things with you. It has nothing to do, it all has to do with what you call culture. And the woman that was talking to you before, she had most of it right. But guess what? We left Africa with that culture. Because most Jamaican people, they're not from Ghana. I don't know where they get that thing from. Most of them are Nigerians. And a lot of us are mixed too, right? They couldn't care less what happened to us. Africans were the ones that sold us. When we keep talking about we want to go back to Africa and blah, 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 blah. Guess what? Who dragged their neighbors down, smoked them out their village, tied them up, and make them march down to white people, and held them there at the holding place. What do they call that? Gory Island?
The dungeons, yeah.
Yeah. And who was guarding it? It was Africans, right?
Yeah.
And it was Muslim black people and white Arab Muslims capturing other black people, selling them. And today they have a nerve to show us Gory Island, as if it wasn't them same ones that used to
funnel us through there.
Yeah, and guard it for the white people too. Why do you think Africa is a big slum? And Trump was right. It is a shithole. They should be embarrassed. You have every resource known to man, but this is a problem with black people. And we keep talking about white people.
Why the truth stings, you know.
Of course,
yeah. The truth stings, you know.
A white country and they're gonna treat you good, right? As a black person, you could go to Germany, England, and the people are cordial. They treat you nice. Go to Jamaica. If you go to Jamaica as a black person, you stay in one of the resorts. The minute you step outside the resort, there's some hustlers harassing you. They don't care if you're with your woman or your family, right? They leave the white people alone. But you as a black person, they act as if they'll come up to you begging, blah, blah. You know, it's like, yeah, listen, I feel sorry for this Usain Bolt. First thing is, he should have never had his money in Jamaica. He should put that money in Switzerland or someplace.
I'm sure he has. Because his net worth is almost $100 million. $90-something million right now and counting. So he lost 10 million Jamaica. That's off of some investment that he put away since 2012. And but I mean, in hindsight, I'm sure he's saying that now too.
Yeah, and guess what? Even if it was 5 cents, he probably feels, look how much I've done for my own people, and look what they do to me. Right? It never stops.
Yeah.
Even Jamaican people in the music industry, as soon as they start making something of themselves, their own people, their own friends set them up and rob them.
Yeah.
Jamaica has a very negative, how would you say it? Just the culture, the music, right? And it go all the way back to the 70s. Ever since England left, it's like they just turning against themselves.
Like we can't govern ourselves.
No, it can't. It's like the black man can't govern himself.
Yeah, I said that before, and it's hard to
explain
the truth stings.
White people don't have any resources whatsoever. Africa has everything. Africa is 3 times the size of America, from one end of the continent to the next, and they live like garbage. But yet the white people that live over there live good. They can't even share a small bit of their wealth to say, okay, let's.
And most of the resources are controlled by other than
corrupt Africans and their white friends.
All right.
And that's the bottom line, right? Even Jamaica, why they can't collect enough money from the hotels. I bet you if Trump was running Jamaica, the first thing he would do is review how much money they're getting from taxes from the hotels and resorts. Right? That's enough to govern that country.
Yeah. I tell people this all the time though, you know, Jamaica is not a poor country. Somebody said it to me yesterday. Was like I said something about the cameras, because you know, almost 500 people died. Forget the murder rate of almost 1,500 people for last year. 1,498 murdered from 2022. It was almost 500 that died just by accident on the road, driving too fast. Yo, road off a take on, run out the car, fast and furious, my boss, zing, zing, kill off each other, right? And I said, yo, if you speed down these highways in Florida, that ticket come to your house. It's time for Jamaica to move forward into the future, right? So here are some things that could help. If we can't man the place, like have police everywhere because they're short staffed, and you can't have police everywhere that's going to ticket people that's speeding like that to be killing off 500 people a year, put up some of these cameras around the place. Okay, as somebody tell me, SouFLo, stop talk foolishness. You're coming like frightened Friday about Florida. Jamaica is broke. Jamaica is a broke country. I'm like, you're such a dunce. You're one of them that's conditioned to think that Jamaica is broke. So how come it's broke, but all your leaders are wealthy, not rich, wealthy?
Exactly. And none of them are leaving.
All right.
Only the poor people leave, right?
All right. They leave to go get medical care and all that other stuff.
If Jamaica's so poor, how did it make England so rich?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But the thing is, we've made a culture, just like in America, we've made a culture of behaving and acting ignorant. The music is degrading.
That's the new way to be, right? The hip way to be.
Well, it's been like that for the past 20 years.
Yes,
right? Just acting ignorant. And now the women are behaving just as bad as the men. What's that girl's name? Shensia? Going on these shows, talking all this rankness. It's like, what the hell is wrong with these people?
Yeah, like she want man lick out her butty hole and all these kind of things.
Yeah, anything for a dollar.
You're like, what the hell?
And guess what? 20 years from now, she's gonna be used up and talking about she's in the church now. Right? Give it 20, it's that long. But the whole problem with us, we don't like each other. Right? Just like in America. And the biggest problem with Jamaica is that you have single mothers and grandmothers and aunties running the households. Where are the kids? Where are the fathers? Right? So you're just raising a dysfunctional society. No society can succeed
deep and
true at the head of the households.
Deep and true.
Yeah, none.
Yeah, deep and true. Did you see the statistics that were put out? I believe it was by I forgot what they do surveys, and they've done this extensive survey over like a decade worth of study globally, and it says the numbers are high, like 90% to 95% of people that commit suicide were raised in a single mother home or a home that had no father in it. 90% or 85% of those who are incarcerated for violent crimes comes from a single mother home. Like the numbers of everything that's bad for everybody in society that's bad, majority of comes from. So he and the women on the panel were trying to argue with them, like, don't blame women now. And all he said was, listen, this is not me blaming anybody. This is me giving you the numbers from the decade-long study. That's it.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? When a woman says something like that, I would say, listen, if this guy has 5 kids for 5 different baby mothers, why would you want to be number 6?
Well,
right? So I'll leave you with that.
I could add to that. Manners and respect, fam. All right. Yeah. I won't be no hypocrite. I got multiple kids by multiple different women, but here's the thing. I'm in my kid's life, and I put all my children together, and I let them. I'll put all my kids in a room and turn off all the lights. Talk to each other. Share your dreams with each other. And that's stuff that I actually really do. Turn off all the devices, share your dreams with each other, let your brother know what your plan for your future is, that type of stuff. They know me. But I understand what he was saying though. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Morning, fam.
Morning. Yes, it's actually the first I'm actually calling it.
All right, talk to us now. What's going on?
Okay, of course, just listen to the program this morning, and of course, I don't want to dwell too much on it because I love what I'm hearing from a lot of people, especially the caller just a while ago.
Right.
Right. I tell you something. I have some background as you where I was in the Marine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we talk and things, you remind me a lot of myself. I think sort of way about Jamaica and all, right? So that is something I always admire about his program.
Nice.
Now, this thing with Bolt, it just Jamaica this now. What happened to us?
Mm-hmm.
We accept too much and nastiness, right?
Yeah.
And it's about time that people like even Bolt,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, it's unfortunate that it happened, but I hope Bolt can take this and play a leader role.
You know, this could be really bad for Jamaica. Could you imagine a person like Usain Bolt that has global influence? If he ever opens his mouth and say this one sentence right here, do not invest your money in Jamaica, it's a wrap. Just like that. And I know Bolt loved Jamaica so much he would never do that. He's going to deal with the entity that stole his money. He's not going to blight the whole Jamaica. And I want people to understand something as well. I hear somebody said, one of the callers said just now that all of the people them are the people them. Like, I don't speak in general terms like that because I'm always in Jamaica. Jamaica is filled with, we have enough loving, caring, good people there still. These big issues, though, they're front page and centered. So it seems like that's all that's happening. And this is why I encourage people to go home on a regular basis, because when you take in these type of stuff from outside looking in, you start to feel like this is all that happens in Jamaica. And it skews your view of what Jamaica really is and how it really is. Enough loving people that are still, enough caring people that are still, enough people that will look out for you are still there. You know, and I'm sure there are other investment firms and banks and stuff there that your money would be safe in. The problem is that's scary. So people are going to be scared off, especially given who it was that this happened to. Yeah, so I don't want people feel like, say, well, let's throw the whole Jamaica under the bus, like throwing out the baby with the bathwater. It's not that case. And I don't want it to be that either. I don't want nobody ever leave my show and feel like, yo, yeah, unpack my bag and cancel my ticket. I'm not going. Lord, got it, bad it, dirty, nasty. Don't get that from me. Because I would be a hypocrite if I gave you that view. Then me jump on a plane and go on there and give you vlogs from there. You know? So, I mean, we have issues. That's the thing. We have issues that need to be worked out. And it's stagnating us because these are big issues. And we can get past them. But we have to get louder.
My brother, what I wanted to say to you is that, say for example, crime, killing. Do you believe it's 3,000 gunmen out of Jamaica?
3,000 gunmen?
Yeah.
Boy, I wouldn't be surprised enough, honestly. But no, I don't think it's 3,000 gunmen. I think you have a few people who, some of them have multiple bodies, but if we had 3,000 gunmen, we would have over 3,000 Jamaicans killed every year. Our number is close to it though, because we did 1,498 in 2022.
Exactly, and so what you just said, my brother, right? We have a lot of people that are good in Jamaica.
Still.
But all it is just a few that our society accept.
Yeah.
And when I say accept, we let them do the nastiness.
Yeah. And then they grow, then multiply fast.
Right.
You know?
And they know
and become trending.
Nobody wants to say anything to them because them fear them get vexed.
Yeah. Yeah. So
right?
slackness and dirty mindset is like trending. And like the brother said earlier, it's been trending for about 20 years now. You know, our moral decay has been that way for about 20 years now and counting. Steady downhill slide.
I'm going to take this opportunity, right? We talk about bolting and all of that.
Right.
Right? And let me tell you, one of the things you must recognize too is in Jamaica, we live in America. We know that racism going on all over the world. Right? But Jamaica was one of the biggest classes.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yes.
And that I tell them all the way, I say, it's wickeder than racism. Right? Because I'm not afraid to say it now. I'm not afraid to say that. Say both there, right? They do it to him. What? Because although he can run fast and he's supposed to be a legend in Jamaica, they do it to him.
Yeah.
But you and me know they're not doing it to certain people in Jamaica.
Yeah. Mr. Chin Million still in my account. Bolt actually did a video, an interview. If you go on YouTube and type in Usain Bolt talks about classism in Jamaica, because he has, and him document his experience and told us, like, you know, they'll turn their noses up at him and this a boy I like him not have no education and him not intelligent and nothing. I run. But when my do up so with we, you know, him can't afford to stay up here so then so much money I make for athletics and these kind of things. And that, yeah, you are absolutely right. But the thing about classism in Jamaica is this: don't bother look for no skin color and shade and all these things because it's not racism, and that's where it gets you.
Exactly.
Understand? It'll be your own turn that look just like you, that's turning their noses up at you, and they will sabotage you, and anything bad that needs to be done, you will be who they choose to do it to, and all these things. Yeah.
Right, but I leave you with one more thing. We talk about this thing with both, that particular entity, right? But what I want you to talk about, I don't know if you know about it. You say our pension scheme thing in Jamaica, the NIS. Okay, did you know? I have a mother that is up here that gets a pension thing. Every 3 months, you have to send a life certificate.
A what?
A life certificate. Right? To say that she's alive.
She's alive.
Right.
Right.
And so she is here in the States, and I make sure to get it notarized.
Right.
Right? With her US address. Right?
So she can...
So they get it down there so them can still take. And of course, them do it because they want to know that they're still alive.
Right.
Right. And well, I think doing it every 3 months is almost ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. You don't have to do it every 3 months. Right? And up to that day, I send on a form because see them notice that nothing going to the account. Send on the form. And when it go down there now, them going to when my people carry it into them, I'm going to tell my people now, say, the form is wrong. This is a form that I keep on the laptop.
The same form that you've always been using.
Right. Them have a new form. SouFLo, it's when they send the form to me. When I look at the form now, you know, I want the print is the print are failed. It's an old form. Let me tell you how old the form is. They know them put them actually print our name and address in it. Right?
The new form is an old form.
That's what I'm saying to you, right? And what I think I get and how I know, right? Listen to this. They print the address, right, with her the newest address in that she had in Jamaica, right? Right? and which was Lickety Kingston 6. Right? They know them after Kingston 6, they put UN in Jamaica because that was where they bought their first, UN was where they bought the first house and moved from there in the 70s.
Right? Okay.
And what I am saying to you, all it is enough. Them people down there, them just want the people them money.
You catch it. I don't need to say it because you just said it. Mix up and confuse you, and then next thing you know, your money gone and delay the process.
So what I am saying to you now, SouFLo, is that if people, older people, and enough of them get robbed off.
Yes, man. Yes.
Especially if them don't have people like me and you who have clout.
Yeah. Yeah. We can go on about this all day doing so we're not going to go too far into that because you're leading me into something else right now.
One thing is one thing, but talk about that. I want you to talk about that NIS.
I will. I write it down and I will eventually talk about that.
Right?
Yes.
The system working.
Yeah. I will eventually talk about that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So please, that is what I like I say, yes, it's unfortunate with more things, but talk about that and something like NIS where it's small people will get juice.
Yeah.
And this going on a long time now.
And you'll be surprised to know who's running these schemes.
Look here, I'm telling you, I do my own thing, and I talk to even people who used to work there and retire, right? And them even tell me now, say, there are some young people there now too, right? That don't care. And one of the problems that we have in Jamaica is that our culture, that's why the schooling system, we need to address it. Our schooling system don't educate us to show respect for seniority.
Yeah, but you don't need school for that. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up, right? But let me say this. You see, that came with the decline of our morals and values. See, school never used to teach we that, you know. That was taught from home, and that was taught from home, and that was taught in the community. You understand? Remember, I spoke about this briefly yesterday, where I said, like, when me did I grow up, or the day before yesterday, one of them did it, where I said when I was growing up, like, I couldn't leave my yard and reach out a road, and Miss Smith walked past me, and then Miss Smith go tell my grandmother, say, you know, me just passed him out there, and the boy cut him and passed me like him didn't even see me. You know, it would have been a problem. So we were taught from we were young. Like, even if they don't call to you, you acknowledge them. You say, good morning, Miss Smith. You greet them with manners and respect. That wasn't school. That was home. And that was the community. But with the decay of our morals and values, this is where we're at now. You have young people where, yo, I don't care about no. Old boy, move from around here, someone, old girl, and these kind of things. But all that would take us into a whole other video. I appreciate you calling in, though, my brother. Thank you. And I wrote down the NIS pension thing, and I will be talking about it sometime soon. Let me do some research on it, though, so I know when we talk about when we start talk about it. All right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Respect. Manners and respect.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm not take no more call for a minute. Let's go into this real quick. Okay. This whole Usain Bolt money thing, at the end of the day, we know what it is. Let me just go through the article for you, and then we move on to the next topic. We have 25 minutes left here. So in a world of lies, this is what Usain said. Reports are that Usain Bolt opened the account in 2012, and he reportedly never made a withdrawal from that account over all these years. It is said to have that he invested just under 10 million US dollars into this account. I'm reading this directly from Jamaica Observer right now. However, the source stated that when they went and checked, only $2,000 remained in the account. Just under 10 million US, and only $2,000 remain. That's crazy. That's crazy. When I see it, I said to myself, say, I wonder if they make a mistake and they mean to say him invest 10,000 US and 2,000 left, cause them thief out 8,000. But 10 million and you got 2,000 left, that's that's way overboard. Anyways, he wrote this and posted it online, right? You know, Usain is also he's into so many different things, but music is one of the things he's into. So I don't know if this is some line to a new song or something, but he posted, in a world of lies, where is the truth? The history, evil. What is the root? Money, hashtag cryptic world. So I don't know if him and his squad have a something that come up called Cryptic World, and he's trying to promote that on the back of that. Bolt caption, a black picture on his Instagram page. So Bolt is among more than 30 people. He's among more than 30 people who invested in this SSL thing that have lost their money. That's why I was saying Bolt's gonna be okay. Some of the other people, they lost everything and that's all they had, right? So Observer source said that SSL was aware of the fraud since August. However, the employee suspected of involvement was still employed at the company up to last week, Wednesday. They've been aware of it. But the person who they are saying is responsible for it, that person was still working there up until just last week. See? That was the same day that Bolt's team met with SSL representative after requesting a meeting last December following the Olympian's yearly review of his financial portfolio. So, may I say, if Bolt review in portfolio every year, because people been saying, you tell me, say you invest $10 million and you don't check up on it. Well, he does. He does every year. So this money must have just cleaned out. At which point he had noticed the discrepancy. He called his team together and they do an annual financial portfolio review. And that's how they found out about it. So he does review every year. And that's how. Them just take it. The fraud is said to be in the region of $1.2 billion. That wasn't a one-person thing. That was a team effort. And everybody get their money already. And who's to be quiet is going to be quiet. And who them are going to sink feet, they're going to sink for it. Let's see. Because this is how Jamaica works. Them hire Peter Champagne or some big name lawyer. Them pay some money. Y'all seen just the other day, all them people with all that bit. Where do you get caught with 27 kilos of cocaine and you get a charge, a fine, and let go free? Fly back to your country and all that. Do that in Singapore or one of those other countries and see what happened to you. Get caught with 1 key and see what happens to you. Them get catch with 27 key. Then them find tons of cocaine, billions of dollars worth of cocaine, should say rather, and nobody is caught with it. So corruption runs very deep in Jamaica, my friend, right? And everybody is affected at some level, here, there, or somehow. Now, I'm not taking any calls right now because we're going short time now. I have about 20 minutes left, and I'm trying to move on to the other topic, which was, this is a PSA, and I want you to hear the details of this because me I hand this out like it's a warning. Someone have some bad breed family member, right? I mean, the whole we have somebody in our family that's. But anyway, send this to them, okay? Because things are changing. All right. So we've said that Andrew Holness is not doing much about crime, especially the murder rate. There is no deterrent. Man get murder charge and get let out on bail. We never heard of that anywhere else before. Then they are able to go kill the witnesses and then come back to court 6 years later and the case get thrown out because there are no witnesses. That's how Jamaica has been operating for the most part, right? Prime Minister Andrew Holness says that the cabinet is expecting on Monday to finalize proposals to make the death penalty the automatic punishment for murder and 45 years imprisonment at a minimum sentence for other homicides. So is this that they're going to reinstate the death penalty and actually have it active again? It looks like this is what it is. He gave the update on Saturday night while at a function in Montego Bay, St. James, where he shared aspects of the plan to increase the penalties for murder. He noted that the government will be moving with alacrity to make the changes. Now, while we have not yet finalized the proposals, we hope to do so Monday when we meet at Cabinet. It will look something like this. Send out the news. It will look something like this. For capital murder, the penalty will be death. If not applied, then life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. This is what he said. For non-capital murder, it is our recommendation that the penalty will now be life imprisonment. And you must serve a minimum of 45 years before consideration for parole. So again, my brothers and sisters, them were out there while out. Just know, sir, them hold you in your 20s or 30s, and this is your charge. If you get a chance to come out, you will be in there for 45 years before you come. I've seen a lot of them already at Dash of them life, and 15 years, catch me with the gun. Me not care. Me gonna do me 15 years. I told y'all in January alone, just the first week, 80-something people them pick up with illegal guns. So there you have it, which the experts said would lead to an overcrowding in the Jamaican prison system, which is already there. So now it's going to be gross overcrowding. Okay, don't worry about that. The new prisons are on the way. We're building. That's what y'all want to do. If that you want to do, go on. But I don't think you can stomach 45 years. I know I don't want to. For non-capital murder, it is our recommendation that the penalty will now be life imprisonment, and you must serve a minimum of 45 years before consideration for parole, the Prime Minister continued. It's just like the 15 years minimum for the gun. A lot of people said, him not do it, him only attack. You see how fast them do it? It's written into law now. The judges can't negotiate you anymore, for you anymore. Them can't take off nothing no more. They start your sentencing at 15 years. So if you get the minimum now is 15. Tommy Lee got 3 years, I think. Ladden, I think, got 3 or 5 or 4 years or something like that. I talk about famous people because they're more relatable, right, than any random person we draw out. What I'm trying to say is, had this been a bit later, you would have been looking at 15 if you get the minimum. Now it's in effect because it took effect at the start of the year, I believe, or at the ending of the year. It took effect. Anyhow, our penalty remains. If you take a life and you are convicted of such, your useful life should be taken as well. So while there are many issues around the death penalty and how it is used, there should be no issues around the incarceration of somebody who deliberately, willingly, repeatedly takes lives. This is what he said. He argued that the penalty system must reflect Jamaica's values and that the present arrangement devalues life, which a lot of people have been saying. How not give people 15 years for murder? How not give man 25, 30 years, and then by the time you're done, subtract this for good behavior, this for confession, admission of guilt, this because him did too young, and you see that he can be rehabilitated. By the time you're done, the man has served no time for murder. People were talking about that. And he says he agrees that the penalty system that is in place now, it devalues life. So they are working to put this in place. And Monday, when they go to cabinet, this is what's on the table. This is what they'll be passing around. And this is what they'll be pen whipping into law. Holness was speaking at a dinner seeking to raise 1.5 million US dollars for establishment of an early childhood center for innovation in Rose Hall, St. James. I don't know, say St. James, turn up, right? Most of the murders in Jamaica come either from outer it's one of the volatile parishes in Jamaica. Murder rate turn up over there. So he's trying to raise this money at this place where he gave this speech to open an early childhood center for innovation. See if we can reach the youth them early, give them something constructive to do, channel them in a productive direction, and have something there for them to look forward to. Then maybe they won't say yes to gangs and illegal activities instead, because they will have hope for their future and they will see the end result ahead. Some of the kids them lack that vision. And when you're young, you don't really have vision, you know. Sometimes as you grow older, you start to tunnel vision into your goals and dreams and stuff, easily distracted. That's youth. That's youth. But some of these kids, they come out of desperate situations already. So you have to save them from early, because them get piled up from early. That part. But I'm putting that out there as a PSA, public service announcement, so you are aware. At least 32 Jamaicans killed so far for this year. We don't even want to go into this article. It's not too big. It's like St. Catherine South, Westmoreland, St. Andrew South, each have 3 homicides, and it breaks down who got killed where and all that. Just know say at 32. Jamaica is Jamaica to me. I don't care about parish really. If me hear say 150 get killed at St. James, that's Jamaica for me. If I hear say 120 get killed at Spanish, that's Jamaica for me. So it's just that way. Real G, big up yourself. Thank you. I appreciate you greatly. Purple Royal says they murdered my brother on December 15th of 2022. I hope that the murderer gets the death penalty. Oh, man. Wow. When you say your condolences, it don't even mean much, but my condolences. You know, it's funny because when we started this right here, my first video was actually Jamaica, we need to have a talk. And if you still go on YouTube and look up SouFLoTV, Jamaica, we need to have a talk. It was the first video I did about anything having to do with Jamaica. That's when I decided, like, yo, somebody needs to hear all this out, right? And put the eyes of the world on this, get more people involved, at least talking about, because through talking and dialogue will come solution and awareness and that kind of stuff. That was the intention. And it's crazy to see that when we started this, it's the same talk as now. But we did say back then, while I was getting cussed out, I said, okay, no famous person was saying put down guns, stop violence, or nothing like that. Now everybody is on board. A lot of them used to call, oh, vlogger boy, shut your mouth and all these things. Now even them turn vlogger. Times change. What else? Some of the things we said, wait till it start to reach everybody doorstep. Then more people are going to be crying, right? And then when it reach yours is when you are going to feel like you need to be involved. And it has reached just about everybody's doorstep at this point. Every Jamaican either know somebody firsthand or know somebody that's close to them that has somebody that has passed under these circumstances. So it's everywhere for everybody. It's become our norm to lose citizens through murder. So yeah, that little something that way the Prime Minister do is a good look. I don't know who else wants to see it what way, but if you're tried and convicted, I'm hoping with proper proof, hardcore evidence, not word of mouth, because the streets are talk, she said, he said, proper proof, solid evidence, out of here. 45 at a minimum. You're 25 and 35 and them catch you and give you 45. Just do your maths. You know when you come out at a minimum. If that's not a deterrent for you, I don't know what is. You want to dash for your life. But guess what? When you dash it for, you'll have a whole heap of time to think about it. 45 years. And I bet you're halfway through the 45 that you're going to ball like baby. Because you're halfway. And the first half did rough. I have to go do a next half. And by the time your next half done, you're an old man or an old woman. So straighten up. Straighten up. Dorothy T says it's about time him work for him big paycheck. Yeah, it's about time something is done. Something that has some teeth to it. I'm not gonna be no hypocrite, man. As much as I said, yo, listen, me don't want them to grab Miss Matty's son because Miss Matty broke and can't afford no Peter Champagne and no big lawyer and scapegoat him and go execute the youth while them thieving friend and them murderer friend is free to walk and do it again. So I wasn't too into the death penalty thing. But we gone way out of control, man. We gone way out of control, and at some point, something is gonna have to be done. Because those who are perpetrating this kind of behavior, they have no deterrent and they don't care. So you have to do something to make them care. Well, you want to go sit down for 45 years, my friend? Go on. Go on and good luck. God go with you. Because me not go. Me not try go. And me not going. Your mother dead when you come out. Your father dead when you come out. Your picnic them old when you come out. Big grown people, you have grand picnic you don't know that have picnic. 45 years is a long time, you know. 45 years is a long time. Your picnic them have picnic. You have grand picnic when you come out, you know. No man sharp, you have great grand picnic too. While you did a wind up on man. Or man a wind up on you, or however it go around there. Because you're not going to be able to hold it, my G, for no 45 years. Just a deterrent. This is a warning. This is a warning. This story I wanted to run through real quick though, and put a face to the name. Because them do the little youth bad. Murdered windscreen wiper wanted to start own business. So when I was in Jamaica recently, right, I forget which part I did there, out of Mobile, out of Pizza Hut. Because my kids kept saying, Daddy, pizza, pizza, pizza. So we went to Pizza Hut in Mobile Square, the song, go get some pizza and thing. And the line did long and all this something. And, you know, a youth come, lean over my car front, so and I see the bottle, and I see the squeegee. And by the time I said, no, him said, psh, 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 I give you a wipe down anyway, and do it. And when he did it, I forgot how much I gave him, but I know that I gave him a good amount of money. And him said, a $10,000 me give him, babe? All right, wifey said a $10,000 me give him. Right, I went this one to give me the money. Yep. Yeah, him said something like Jesus Christ or something like that. Yo, but right after, right. Right, but right after, and you see, that's how we move when we in Jamaica too, right? Just randomly like pick, like the man where out where the other pizza, no, the one that says yo SouFLo, and him I say, and he was like, I recognize you, I recognize you because of your wife, and we can take a picture with you and all that. Him. The security guard. Yeah, the security guard, brother. Yeah, him. All right. Me because he can't stop work. Him never asked for nothing. The man just asked to take a picture and him go about him business. And me I drive out. Hi Munchie, come give me love up. Can I get a kiss and a hug? Yeah. Say hi people. Hi people. Say my beautiful self is here. Okay, pencil? Yes, you want my pencil? Yes, Daddy, I want the pencil right here. Okay, we're wrapping it up, okay? Daddy almost finished. We got 6 minutes. Could Daddy finish up now? Yeah. Say bye, people. Bye, people. All right, go play with your brother. Play with your brother. You taking my paper? Okay, go on with the paper. Take it. Take it. Thanks, Daddy. You're welcome, Mommy. I soon finish, okay? Yeah. I love you. Look at me. Go right. Like this? All right. So, my world. Yo, me tell her every day, I say, any boy in the future, God does, me I gotta try to take care of myself good and prolong life. But me I tell you right now, if she drag any butter foot boy come cross my lawn, you see, and remember me did telling about it from man. You see how much love me put in my daughter? You see how she beautiful and thing? I finished. Anyhow, you finished, mommy? Go let mommy help you. She and her sister gonna have a hard time. My sister asked, her sister is 8. Nika asked me, so dad, how come you have all these restrictions for the girls, for me and Milani, but none for the boys? I said them can't bring no butter ears girl across my lawn neither. in the future. Everybody I get the same treatment. However, them locked down. Just like my grandfather used to tell the people living in the community, say, my son them can't carry home no belly. Guard your daughters. So true, me have them, yeah. I gotta guard them viciously. But anyhow, helicopter parent for sure. Hovering hard too. Run through that story here real quick. So the death of a 17-year-old windscreen wiper is why, you know, that's why I start out talking about the windscreen wiper them and the security. Big up a security guard brother there. You know, I just love my people them. I love see them try. I don't want a boy come beg me nothing. Me say a brother don't have no legs and him have a car detailing company registered now and big healthy man from top about give me something now. Like you push up on me. Anytime they push up on me like that, you know, I start getting violent, you know, like I want to fight, you know, because I think they're trying to do something to me. Like they have the attitude where if they beg you and you don't give them look like they might try take it from you because them swear say you have it like that. So right after that, brother, they wiped down the windshield anyways, and I gave him the money. And next one come. So here me and wife, you know, me say, you know, say me that give him 10 grand too, but in the you finish, mommy? I want to read it. You want me to read it? I want to. Mimi, daddy. Mimi? I want to. All right, here. Babe, come take her from me. Let me finish this up. Come on. Now 5 minutes. Come on. Go, mommy. Daddy soon come. Right. I like your princess dress. I want a princess. Yes. Yes, you're my princess. Ta-da! Go, mommy. Daddy soon come. Come, Papa. Yeah. So, Mr. Me would have give me now. The next youth will come right down this one. I said, would have give me money, but that boy. The first one we get the $1,000. I said, God Almighty, we can't have work now. Yeah, and go get something to eat or feed him youth or something like that instead. And the next one now, none do a thing. Him just come and a beg. I mean, I look at him like, wipe a windscreen or something, brother. Me don't know, like, wipe something, do something. Don't just stretch out your hand. So, I love to them when them a hustle. When I'm in Jamaica, I'm telling you. That's why I said I can't let everybody throw everybody under one bus. We have some hustling people there. We have some people there that's surviving regardless of whatever is being thrown at them. You know what I'm saying? They're thriving, and some of them barely keep them head above water, but them have them dignity and them have them pride and them self-respect, and they respect others as well. And I will never lose sight of that. Saying, I'm my people them, I'm a brother, I'm a sister them. I have a deep love for Jamaica like that. But anyhow, this story draw me in just like that because of that interaction with that brother where I wiped the glass and I gave him the 10,000. Seeing the death of 17-year-old windscreen wiper Ricardo Brim. Abraham was plunged, his family, into a state of deep mourning as they tried to cope with the gruesome manner in which Brim was killed. Early Sunday morning in Cockburn, Penn, St. Andrew now. Him father said, boy, them shoot out the whole of him head till all him eye them a pulp out, you know. Brim not deserve this, you know. His father is 43 years old. Ricardo Abraham, while he was at his St. Andrew home, the Jamaica Star go do an interview with him. Y'all gonna hear this, listen. So the grief-stricken dad said that an hour before the incident occurred, because when we see it, me didn't want to know what, the first headline that ran. I say, I'm not doing the story because something is into this. I want to see the whole story. Boom, the whole story. That's why I don't do breaking news. I wait. The grief-stricken dad said that an hour before the incident occurred, he was sitting on the corner with his son and a group of people, them that they attack, all the vibes. I don't normally go to bed too early, you know, but because of how the night get cold, I decided to go inside earlier than usual. And me and him, they're outside with some other people. And when we leave, go inside to go lay down. The father said that it felt as if his bowels shifted when he stood over his dead son, who was covered in blood. Brim's mother, Sophia Robinson, she's 38. She also cut a dejected figure. In other words, then she feel a certain type of way to them, feel sick. To see them son like this, the father describing. She too completely distraught as she processed the sad circumstances behind her son's demise. The teenager was allegedly ambushed by gunmen as he walked home from a nearby corner shop. A juice him go buy, you know, and something to eat, and them corner him down there and do him like this. The family believes that he was targeted by the perpetrators who they say had blamed him and another youth who him hang out with for the disappearance of another youth from the area on December 23rd. Right? Coming down to the Christmas, a youth disappear out of the area, and the talk in the area was that Brim and him brethren, and the two of them disappeared the youth. However, the police could not corroborate the family's claims. I have not been briefed or such, but an investigation has already commenced into this particular incident, and we are following every possible lead, said Senior Superintendent Kirk Ricketts, who leads head and often bloody St. Andrew South Police Division. But the family was adamant that their theory was correct. In fact, this are the family of the missing man, you know. I tell the police that youth here and him brethren make a family member gone and true not do nothing about it. All right, watch and see. The family was adamant that their theory was correct. In fact, a relative said that there were plans to alert the police, but certain talks that they heard floating around days leading up to Brim's demise. And last night, Saturday, I confront him about it, and him himself couldn't believe what me I said. Him never take it serious because him no say him not in a nothing wrong, no wrongdoings, but them a spread it say him. And next youth, him and the next youth make the youth the man that disappear. We did a plan to go a Hunts Bay police station, go report it still enough. Abrahams, who professed to be a hustler, said that his son, despite being a windscreen wiper, was not a neglected teen by his parents. Him say me hustle, him mother hustle, and him the outer road a wipe glass. But it no mean say him did get left up so. And me and him live here, and every night him have it in the house when me a go on my bed. The father also pointed out that his son was well loved by the community and had big plans for his own life. Him and everybody get along around here. Brim, him have him ways, yes, but him full of manners and him not argue with nobody. Him not argue with you. The most him will do, I fan you off. Him always said that him want a bike and run him own business. And that him did a wipe car glass and I save him money towards. And then just kill him just so. I do this story to remind y'all that not everybody born, and me never come out of no harsh conditions, but I can relate, right? So when time we stop feeling for our own is when we start making these hard, harsh comments. You know, everybody must pull up themselves by them bootstraps. That's just like America telling black people, pull up yourself by your bootstraps and get somewhere. Well, you had free labor for how many hundreds of years, and then after that, you let we go with nothing. And we supposed to catch up to who you gave stuff to after slavery ended. Them give out land and money, you know, to the other people, them, you know, but we never get nothing. So, you know, people are born into certain conditions and them try to fight them way up out of it, and not everybody makes it. So put a face to the story. That's Brim. Right there. I'm not saying I'm innocent. I'm just saying that's him right there. Him gone already. The most we could get out of this story is tell the youth them, say, watch how them a move. Watch how you're moving and watch the company you're keeping because it's that time. Yeah? All right. Rest in peace, youth. So you go. Gone too soon. Another one. With that said, big up on yourself. Manners and respect to each and every one of you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for being here. And we will be here tomorrow morning. God spare my life. Right, Castle. On Morning Thoughts. One love. I walk good. I'm out. Peace.